first series of Open Studios went really well, and it came at the end of a 10-month period of skill development for that sector. So we talked about promotion and development of funding and partnerships and sponsorship. We dissected all the things that would help to make these artists prepared for Open Studios. We initially had worked with the group to decide how it would look. So it was very much taking our cue from the community, the arts community, and all the studios were open on one day across the whole region. And I tried to visit all of them on one day. It was impossible, and people felt that that was quite difficult because it pitted one area against the other. So in consequent discussions, we decided to split it into the 4 different weekends over a couple of times a year, and that hopefully that will work really well. The benefits to the artists have been ongoing commissions, raising their profile, a sense of confidence, connecting to other artists, connecting to arts organisations. The benefit to the community is that they actually get to see the artists. They're less intimidated. They get to find out, the journey that the artist took, how they got there, what they did, what different components go into making their artwork. From the person who wants to know about the concept to the person who wants to know the nuts and bolts of how you put paint on or paper or whatever it might be, the mechanics of it. It gives people an opportunity to ask a question in a very low-key way.
Doing this, I don't have a marketing place or strategy. I just don't do those sort of things. And so it's been good now because I've met people who want me to make things for them. Another lady who said, I know somebody who might like to have some of your hats in her shop. So, yeah, and I need to do that. You can't sit and look at all your hats all the time.
Visitors really enjoy being in a safe environment with very clear access to artistic expression, so that if they're going to undertake a trail, they want to have good pictorial collateral so they know where they're going. They want good interpretation of the things that they're going to see. They need clear information about the artist that they might be going to meet. They like to be able to have met an artist, a real live artist, to have gone home and to create a storytelling situation, and to say that they had actually met the person, had created the object or the experience that they had when they were visiting that particular location.
This is Songbird's first Artist in Residence program. Anton has been here for the last probably 3 weeks installing his pieces, and officially Artist in Residence over the last week. And it's taking him a while to get it all together, but it looks fantastic now. Yeah.
So what's happening here is something very special. You're at sort of like a historical point of the art scene. It's more than that, of bringing the public into communication with nature and sculpture. As an artist in residence, I'm almost like a translator of nature. I experience nature, and I translate that through my sculpture, and then the people say, that's a different way of looking at things.
We've already got theatre. We've got Go Track Theatre this year doing an artist residency in the Botanic Garden, so they're performing.
The audiences have been fantastic. We're averaging about 60 people per day, which is ideal for the venue. And we're looking forward to a big weekend with lots of pre-sold tickets. Performing outside is one thing that's connected us with the community. Another thing with the Arts Trail, one of the great things, of course, is it's connected us with a broader community, because the Arts Trail is not just drawing on people from this community, it's drawing on people further afield and has a greater profile. And just even in our pre-booked tickets for the weekend, there's a far higher amount of those than what happens for us during the week, for instance. The melting pot requires a pot, and that's what arts trails and things like that can do for us, is that they provide the pot for the artists to jump in. Where those things don't exist, then we feel like they're devoid of arts and culture, when in fact that's not the case. There's just not the infrastructure for people to connect with. So yes, I think Tambourine Mountain is a melting pot for artists, but I think it's because there's so many great opportunities that are being provided by local council, and the Arts Trail's one of those.
Do the connections you make with visitors on a day like today Do they translate into sales and commissions?
Yes, they do. That's right. Everybody takes a card. They fall in love with a little piece. And I've taken heaps of orders for today too. So, because I'm a production pottery, so I can make stuff pretty quickly. So, yeah, no, very good.
Cultural tourism is an opportunity for visitors to a particular destination to get to know a community, particularly through exposure to the arts and culture of that particular community. Globally, the sorts of things that are attractive to people are iconic design in buildings, in cultural precincts, in heritage landscapes. People like to go to markets because they can come home with things that they've purchased. They like to go to open studios if they're willing to look at work that's been created by a visual artist. They're interested in going to performances by people that they might not have been able to access where they've come from. They like being in buildings that are interesting in terms of technology. They might be interested in looking at fashion parades where people have created work that are quite distinctive to that particular community as well as to that particular artist. Councils increasingly are taking an interest in cultural tourism because of the opportunity it provides for artists who live in their constituency to earn a living, to provide a basis for the image and identity of that community, because it provides locals an understanding of who they are, but it is also something that visitors take away with them. Other people in the tourism sector, accommodation, transport, food and beverage are things that people who are coming as cultural tourists to a festival or a wine trail are going to be interested in staying a little longer.
I think there's so much scope for this project to grow. What we would love to see is that instead of just being open studios being visual artists, it's about performing artists, writers, musicians, filmmakers, so that businesses and community organisations are hosting artists within the community. So you get to see the creation of the work or the celebration of the work in situ. So studio becomes a euphemism for the space where artists work.
Thank you.